Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Hi Sahar. Hello, hello. Hi Samin. Hi Zore. Hi Afsunjan. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi Venus. Good to see you guys. Hi Vanessa. Hey Fahim. Hello. Hi Samin. Good to have you guys here. Our live today is about self-sabotage. Yes. So tell me guys, where are you joining me from? Hi Shahzad. Hello Doki. Hello. Please let me know where you guys are joining me from. What country, what city? Afsun, yes. Thank you for being on Facebook and Instagram. Hi Marzi. Okay. Zore is from Sweden. We know that. Where are you guys from? Okay, Venus is from Germany. Fahim. Dahuk. Dahuk, where is that? Mina is from Iran. Vanessa, Germany. Kurdistan, Iraq. Hi Fatih. Great. Samin is from Iran. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. UK from Iran. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Afsun is from Ottawa, Canada. Beautiful. How's the weather? Raining, raining. Samin, Abhar, Iran. Okay. Narasinas is from UK. Beautiful. Very good. Okay. Hi, Fershte. Okay, guys. So, the topic of the day, it's snowing? Really? Okay. The topic of today is self-sabotage. Did you ever look at your pattern and realize that, oh, am I self-sabotaging myself? Yes or no? Okay. So what I would like all of us to do is, I'm going to wait a few more seconds for everyone to join. And then I want us to center ourselves, guys, to be fully present, all right? So, let's see, when we want to be fully present, guys, what do? What's your tactic to be fully present? For me, is the realization that I want to be here. Samin John, this is an English channel. I just finished a Farsi live. Here you write comment in English. Okay, thank you very much. So, when I want to become fully centered, the first step is to coming to realization, to catch myself that where I am, where my consciousness is. So I'm aware right now that a second ago, before I came to that decision that I want to be fully present, I was somewhere else. I was, I don't know, thinking about yesterday, thinking about the weather, thinking about where I'm going to go. So the minute that I made that choice to be fully present, I catch myself to bring my full attention here, right here. The next thing that I do is I come to my physical body and I check with myself. How do I feel? What's going on in my head? How does it feel in my head? How do I feel in my neck, in my shoulders? How do I feel in my chest? How do I feel in my stomach? So I'm fully bringing my whole attention and consciousness on my physical body, that I'm fully present here. I'm feeling the sensation. My fingers are tingling. Maybe there's a little dryness in my throat, or maybe there's a little tightness on my back. Okay, so that's becoming fully present here. And while I'm here, I am aware of the thinking machine, yet I am consciously separating myself from the thinking machine, and I'm bringing my full focus and attention here. Okay? So that's the first step, to be fully present, because we are bombarded with different information coming up in every second from all sources and directions. But if we're not fully present, we can't really absorb and digest that information. So let's get centered and come to our topic, self-sabotage. Afsun is saying, very good topic, learned so much from Persian program that just, thank you honey, thank you. All right, so let's come to self-sabotage. Always when we notice and we look at and pay attention to an app, right? Self-sabotage is an app. Then we think to ourselves, like, what's behind this app? What is operating this app? How or where does this app function? And then I come back and I say, okay, self-sabotage, it's a program, it's an app. And where is it? Where is the location? It's located in the brain, right? So now I know where the source is, where I know where the root cause is. To me, the first time when I read about self-sabotage, I was thinking, how odd, how weird. Why would I deliberately sabotaging and messing up my life? That didn't make sense at the beginning. But then, when I start to know about the mind, about the brain, about the neuroscience, about how the brain wire, how do they wire, like same energy, same frequency, neurons, they wire together, they fire together, right? Then I realized how important it is for me to choose the thought instead of allowing the thinking machine to choose for me. Now, coming back to self-sabotage, I believe there are 4 major programs that opens up somehow from the time that we are a wound in our mother's stomach, or moving forward till 7 years old. There are 4 general, regular apps that we are carrying on. Number 1 is self-love. Self-love, the opposite, lack of self-love. Worthiness, the opposite, unworthiness. Deserving, the opposite, undeserving. Being enough, the opposite, not being enough. Yes, the life will be saved, honey. All the lives will be saved. I'm also going live on Facebook. The live will be uploaded on YouTube, so you will have it. Okay? So let's concentrate now, guys. 4 major apps: self-love, worthiness, deserving, being enough. These 4 apps. Now let's sit for a moment and start seeing where we are in our lives. Let's look at the goals, the desires. What did we want? Who did we want to become? What quality of life did we want to have? What goals, dreams, and desires did we have? And then let's look at our lives today and see, have we achieved all of those goals? Is the life that we're living today satisfying? Did we choose these things? Am I living the life that I truly desire? Am I on my soul path? Or, on the contrary, I am nothing, my personality, who I have become, is nothing close to what I wanted to be. I haven't achieved my goals and my dreams. My life is nothing close to what I wanted to be. Okay? Take a look at your life and see where you're at. Now, what has stopped you or me to live the life that I truly desire? Because consciously, I'm intelligent enough to know what's good for me and what's bad for me. What's the right decision and what's the inaccurate or incorrect or undesirable decisions. Okay? So, consciously, we know that. But what has stopped me from achieving my goals to live the life that I truly desire? Is this 4 app. Self-love has changed to lack of self-love. Worthiness has changed to unworthiness. Deserving has changed to undeserving. Being enough has switched and changed to not being enough. So self-sabotage is, to me, is the bypass of those 4 apps, right? Yeah. That's the bypass of unworthiness, undeserving, not being enough, unworthiness. Okay? So remember, the brain, our brain wants to protect us. Our brain wants to keep us safe and secure. So self-sabotage is basically, I want to protect myself. By achieving my goals, by being successful, I'm not protected. And I give you guys an example. I have seen that through my sessions or many times. People who are sexually abused as a child or in their teenage years, they put on a lot of weight. Why do they do that? It's not conscious. Of course, all of us wants to have a healthy, vibrant, good-looking body. But if I have been sexually abused as a child, now my subconscious mind has kind of put two and two together, linked them together, that having a beautiful body is unsafe for me. People might attack me, people might sexually abuse me, and they can hurt me. Okay? So, if I know the function of the brain is to keep me protected, keep me safe and secure and sound, then I have to come to this realization that maybe all the links of my conscious and subconscious, or all the events and how my subconscious mind linked that into a belief, is not correct, is not accurate. Okay? So in this case, now you and I have to understand that this machine, the thinking machine, is assuming that it wants to protect me. Fahime-Jan, today is not about ADHD, honey. Today is about self-sabotage. Stay with me and be present. That was another program. Okay? Now that you and I are aware that all the links and the connections that my subconscious made from an event and the meaning that my subconscious mind gave to that event, it could be inaccurate. Now that we know that, now we have to take the next step. I am aware now that my subconscious mind has linked many events into something that is inaccurate and is working against me now. Now I can achieve my goals and I can live the life that I truly desire because my subconscious mind is using this software, which is self-sabotage. Now that I'm quite aware of this, what's the next step? Tell me, guys. Now that you know, many things happens in your childhood, whether you were conscious or you were unconscious. Your subconscious mind has the whole library, has pictures, has film from every event and everything that has happened, and randomly made meaning of every event or whatever. Like I talked about it, as children, when we become 2-year-old, Remember the very first webinar that I did, the introduction of ego, I talked about this. I said when we become 2 years old, the I, which is the ego, starts to recognize itself. Who am I? And from that moment, because the ego is very self-centered, everything that's happening around me, it's about me. So if mommy and daddy are fighting, they're fighting over me. It's because of me that they're arguing. If mommy and daddy are getting divorced, it's my fault. I wasn't a good boy or I wasn't a good girl. That's the translation of ego, because everything is about me. That's the self-centered lens, right? So if everything that's happening is about me, then the divorce is my fault. Therefore, I'm not a good girl. I'm not a good boy. There's a guilt feeling. This thing has happened because of me. So I'm feeling guilty. I shouldn't have even, I wish that I wasn't even here, because if I wasn't here, maybe my mom wouldn't suffer or my parents wouldn't suffer, right? Is the guilt feeling. And that takes me that I am a bad person. I must be a bad person. Someone who has created all these arguments and all these chaoses in the house, right? So all this thing happening because of me. I'm not a good girl. I'm not a good boy. That's why I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy of having good things. How could I be? Because I am the one who blames for my parents' argument and all this stuff. I destroyed their lives. How could I be worthy? How could I be enough? How could I deserve to have good things happening in my life? Okay, so what do we do? Good question. That's $1 million question, Atty. Let's go back to the basic. The basic, I say, first step is awareness. I am aware, I am fully conscious of what is going on. Okay? Now that I'm aware what apps are open, lack of self-love, undeserving, unworthiness, not being enough, therefore I'm sabotaging myself. Now that I'm aware about this, now we'll start from the beginning of each day. Every morning as I wake up, I become conscious. The first thing that I think about is how wonderful. Another day for learning. I am going to University of Universe. I am a student of universe. What courses am I taking? Unworthiness, lack of self-love, undeserving, not being enough. How important is this course? Extremely, because I will get my PhD through this course or this class. So when I open my eyes and I wake up, I said, okay, I am the student of the universe. How would I start my morning? My routine normally is, guys, I put the light on first, and then the coffee machine, I have my coffee prepared from the night before. I pour the water and I put the coffee machine on. So, before I go and do this, I'm going to ask myself, if I love myself, would I have that cup of coffee? If I'm worthy of having good things, would I have that cup of coffee? If I'm enough, would I have that coffee? If I'm deserving, would I have that cup of coffee? And I see what's the response. That smell of cup of coffee is just amazing. I love the aroma. My soul, my whole body is feeling happy and energized. So I think I'm going to go for that cup of coffee. What is the next step? I am on 14, 16, 18 hours fasting. So I'm drinking a couple of glasses of water. I'm taking my supplements, and I know that I just had that cup of coffee. That can make my body a little acidic. So I'm putting some alkaline water, adding some alkaline water into my regular water. I'm taking a couple of pills that is with mint and greens, seaweed, wheatgrass, that would alkaline my body. I'm drinking this. Is this because I love myself? Or is this because lack of self-love? No, I think I love myself. I care for myself, so I feed my body what is good for it. Okay? Now it comes to the next step. I have to meditate. Would I walk out and do the meditation, quiet down and look at the sky? Because when I wake up, it's 4 or 4:30, so it's still dark. Would I go out and I start connecting, looking at the star, connecting with the universe, having Angel Michael to show up and clean up my thoughts and my emotions and my physical body, and put his blue light all around me, spend a few minutes to really center myself? Or do I just, the first thing that I do, I turn on my phone and I get to see what's going on, to check emails and see what's going on with my assistants? Self-love, I go out, I connect and spend a few minutes just looking at the stars and filling myself with love and energy and being grateful for everything that I have. Lack of self-love, I turn on my phone and I get right into it to see what's going on, what are the emails and what emails did I get, what's going on social medias and blah, blah, blah. So basically, everything that I do, okay, I take a second and I ask, self-love, lack of self-love, being deserving, not being deserving. So then we come to our dreams and goals. Self-sabotage is lack of clarity, okay? When two programs are running at the same time. My conscious mind is saying that I want to be fit, I want to be energized, I want to exercise, I want to have a good job, I want to be centered, I want to be focused, I want to be productive. That's conscious mind. Subconscious mind is saying, that's not familiar to me. I mean, you being productive, like doing everything right, like doing your meditation and then exercising and eating right and doing your job right without getting distracted and be really clear and be productive, I don't think that matches up with what I have in my library. That's not familiar to me. The subconscious mind is saying, I am more familiar with destructive pattern. It's more familiar to me because let's face it. When we look back and we look at our childhood, I remember, like from age whatever, 3, 4, I remember how loving the relationship between my parents were. They were lovers, right? So, this is just like those, how a movie starts? When you watch a movie, the movie start really loving, two people love each other and they care and that stuff. You know that that's not going to last for a long time. The traumas and the problems and the start is going to come. And it was the same thing. When I look back in my childhood, I see that my parents were so loving. I mean, they didn't even have to say anything, but energetically I was picking up that respect, that love. So I never heard them raise their voice. I never see any argument. I never see, everything was so respectful. But of course, fast forward the movie, my father died in a tragic car accident when I was 10 years old, right? But that's my upbringing. That's what is familiar to me, a loving relationship. But how often do we have that? The majority of time, when I ask people when I'm into session, I'm like, how was your childhood? Oh my God, argument, fighting, beating each other, blah, blah, blah. So the majority of time, that's what we see. That's what we learn. That's the picture. That's what familiar to us. Okay? Then we wonder as we get older that we constantly get into unhealthy relationships. And then we keep wondering, why do I attract one relationship after another? I used to be married, honey, and my husband passed away. I'm single now, but my husband was a pilot, and his plane crashed, and that's the story. Yeah, and it's not sad. Everything has a meaning. Everything has to happen. So, okay. I constantly attract people, situation that is familiar to me. Atijan, don't get distracted. Stay with the topic, please. Okay? Your questions are showing that you're not present and you're not hearing me. Please stop the questions and be fully present to hear what information is coming to you. Yes, so we constantly attract people, situation, relationships that are familiar to us. If in your upbringing the relationship was chaotic, you will create and attract chaotic relationships. Or you would turn it into a chaotic relationship because that's what is familiar to your subconscious mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that your subconscious mind wants to keep you secure, and protect you. All right? Now, again, I have also this information that my subconscious mind constantly will attract situation, events, people, relationship that is familiar to me. So once I find out and grab the beginning of that pattern, now I have to be much more careful, conscious, fully present in each moment to realize that, oh, that has been the pattern. How can I disrupt the pattern? Disrupting it means that I will act different than I have always been acting. And that starts by our daily routines. What are our daily routines? How can I change this? How can I switch things? Like from the morning till night, guys. If I would do meditation first thing in the morning, then I would check my email, then I would make lunch. Now I'm going to do maybe the exercise first, then the meditation. How can I switch and change my daily habit and routines? Because that would confuse the brain. And if we continue changing our habits daily, then eventually our routine will break down. By breaking down the routines and loosening that up, now we can create a new behavior, habits. And that's the goal. To stop the old routines, habits, behavior, and create or replace with healthy ones. So Zore is saying that every day I mix and match my routine and I come up with something new. That's wonderful, Zore. Okay, so self-sabotage is when my conscious mind wants a healthy, loving relationship, goal, success, desires, but the subconscious is saying, oh, that's not familiar to me. I don't think that much success is safe for you. I'm not sure if we change this picture from being something that is familiar to unfamiliar, I'm not sure if there is safety, security. I'm not sure if we're going to be protected. Oh, I'm not sure if we're worthy enough to improve and have and achieve all of our goals and desire. I don't think I'm deserving. I don't think we're deserving enough to have that. I don't think we're enough to have all that goals and desires and blah, blah, blah. So two apps, two programs are contradicting one another. They're working against each other. Since they're working against one another, we get into a state of confusion. Confusion means lack of clarity. If I'm confused, I don't know, should I take this road or should I take that road? If I'm not clear, I don't know which way to go. Therefore, we don't do anything. Or we do it halfway and then stop. Procrastination. Procrastination. What is that, guys? I delay the task or project that I have to do. I do it later. I'm just going to check my email for 5 minutes. I know this is really important, but let me just check the Instagram for 2 minutes. And the 2 minutes end up 1 hour, and then 2 hours, and then 3 hours. Procrastination is coming from the same app. Subconscious wants to be productive, wants to set goal, wants to achieve goal, wants to have good thing. Subconscious mind, I'm not sure, I don't know, that's not familiar, I don't know if you are protected, I don't know if you're safe, I don't know if you're lovable, I don't know if we're deserving, I don't know if we're enough, I don't know if we're worthy. 2 apps are running at the same time. So next time when you come to tell yourself that I'm lazy, stop. You're not lazy. It's this conflict between these 2 apps. Next time when your ego said, oh, you don't have enough willpower, I wish, I hope you had willpower, stop. It's not about willpower. Willpower can last you very little. You can wake up in the morning, you can pump up your muscle, you can say willpower, willpower, and do a couple of things. But then your willpower will wane out. It will disappear. It's not about willpower. It's about getting and aligning the conscious and subconscious mind to come to an agreement. So when you deliberately make a goal, you gotta check in with your subconscious mind. You gotta convince your subconscious mind that you are safe. It's not familiar, it's not something that I know, but I am willing to trust the universe. I'm willing to trust and try a new experience. Change is good. It's good to try something else. We're going to be courageous. I'm going to be courageous. And I'm going to try something that is unknown to me. I'm going to be brave enough to make a different choice. Okay? So conscious and subconscious mind has to become aligned. Now, what are the tools? What are the ways that we could do this? Number 1, knowing awareness. Number 2, being clear about the goals, the desires, the outcome. Number 3, what are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? You have to keep, remember the brain is always, is this joyful or is this hurtful? Am I going to get the goodies or am I not going to get the goodies? Am I going to get praise or am I not going to get praise? So that's how the subconscious mind works, right? Constantly want to see, is this pleasurable or is it painful? So what you need to do is make this goal or make these goals to be joyful instead of hard, difficult, painful. So take a goal and say to yourself, okay, let's say that your goal is you want to have your gorgeous, beautiful body, your desirable body. Make the outcome so joyful. Oh my God, I'm going to have more energy, I'm going to be blah, 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 I'm going to be doing more stuff, I'm going to be more productive, I'm going to be da, 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 da. You got to make the outcome much more pleasurable. Okay? And you got to take the pain away from it. You got to embrace the change, something that's different. By changing your daily habits, by changing your daily routines, you're strengthening that muscle for your subconscious mind to go for something that is unfamiliar, to choose a guy or a relationship or a woman that is not your desire. It's something else. You never went for this type or character, but now you're willing to give it a try. It's very different, but you're willing to try it. You always thought that you don't like Vietnamese food, but you're going to be open and give it a try. Okay? So by changing, embracing change, we can tell our subconscious mind that it's safe for us to choose something that is not familiar to us. We're making our goals much more pleasurable. We know the app, but we're asking the universe, angels, our guides, our higher self, our inner child, our subconscious mind to align with us. We can do tapping on this. Even though I have all these negative beliefs and programming in my cellular memories, DNA, and subconscious mind, I fully and deeply love and accept all part of me. Tapping, EFT, for negative beliefs, for I know my subconscious mind is having all this negative belief, but I'm changing all this negative belief. It is totally safe for me to be successful. It is totally safe for me to be successful. It is totally safe for me to be successful. It is totally safe for me to be successful. It is totally safe for me to be successful. The universe is backing me up. All my guides and angels are backing me up. I am on my true divine plan. It is totally safe for me to do the tapping few times a day. It is totally safe for me to make a different choice. It is totally safe for me to be in a healthy, loving relationship. It is totally safe for me to be wealthy, happy, healthy, vibrant. The universe wants more and more for me. My dear ego, love you. We will make a safe sound. Our goal is so amazing and safe. Yeah. Yes, you're telling that. Since our mother language, is it okay to say the affirmation in English? Whatever resonates with you, honey. I mean, English language, yeah. Self-sabotage is a killer of your dreams. Yes. So is resistance, guys. Yes. Okay. So, whatever language that resonates with you, you do your affirmation in that language. If it's Farsi, your first language, do it in Farsi. If you resonate more with English, do it in English. Whatever resonates with you. Okay. Now, do you guys have any questions? Risa wants to join my live. Did you just send that or... by the way, Zore, we were thinking, you asked me about the Life Vape patch that opens the third eye and for skin. That's called Nirvana. I was just thinking. I saw Nirvana's name and I just got that. Nirvana for third eye opening. Yes. My goal, my God, I feel so motivated. Okay. Just by writing positive. By writing positive, by tapping, doing EFT, Nirvana? Okay. Hi, yes, Nirvana. No, I was just telling Zore because those live wave patches, we work with X39 and different one, and Zore wanted to get the one that helps with third eye opening and skin, and the name of that patch is Nirvana. Hi, Afros John. Okay, so are we? What is your question, hon? Risa, what is your question? You got me? Yeah. I had a dream and I saw 4 different lives. Okay, if we're seeing 4 different lives, that means I talked about that before. Parallel universes. Different lives are happening. How come you guys want to join me at the same time? Parallel universes is where I'm working with. Uh, I'm seeing different lives from different universes. Yes.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Han. What is your name? What's your name, Labby?
Thank you for having me. I guess our connection is not very good.
Okay, what
I
is
just
your
don't
name?
hear you clearly.
What's your name and where are you calling from, Han?
Oh my. Hey.
Where are you calling from?
So uh uh if you let me, I'm going to ask my question and just listen to you afterward because I'm not hearing you well
What's the
now.
question? I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the question?
Say I'm 23 or 24. And I'm a teacher, but I don't like my job. I like it. I don't love it. I think I shouldn't waste my time and my life teaching people. I love my job. I love teaching people, but let me be clear. I don't earn a lot good money. I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing. And I'm so indecisive. I cannot choose what is the best for me or what should I do in my life, what is my destiny, and what is the best for me, what should I do now. And I think it's too late for me because I'm already 23, and I see
Oh
people
my
that
God, you're right. 23 is old.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not old, but I see that people even younger than me, they're successful. At least they know what they want from life, and I don't know what I want from life. I don't know what should
Okay,
I
let me ask
do.
you a question.
Yeah,
What really brings you joy and happiness?
I really don't know. That's my problem. I'm talented in many things, and I'm okay. I'm very good at many things, but I don't know what I like, what I love.
Okay, here's my suggestion, honey. Take some time off and start getting to know yourself. What do I like? What do I love? What brings joy? What makes me happy? What you're telling me, this state of confusion, it's
Yes,
not
exactly.
knowing the self. Okay, so when the ego is very dominant, you have a dominant ego that hasn't been tamed, then what you do is constantly not enough. Because if you hear yourself back, you're saying, I'm a teacher and I like teaching, but I don't know what my life path is. I don't know what I love to do. The ego always undermines your ability, your capability. There's got to be something more. So when I'm dissatisfied with what I'm doing, or I'm saying that I am a teacher, right? Um, I'm a good teacher. I love teaching and educating people. I love that. But this is not enough. I wonder what is my life path. Then is the overactive ego. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Because if you start knowing the one who always make it not right is the ego, the one that always say, okay, this is good but it could be better, is the ego. The one that takes you from here being fully present in this moment and it takes you somewhere else is the ego. So the question right now is, how could I find my true self? Have you been watching my webinar from day one? The first
No,
webinar?
not actually.
Okay. Then go on YouTube, Lavi, and start by webinar number 1, the introduction of ego mind versus heart and soul. Okay? So start by that.
Sure.
You okay? You're good now?
Yeah, I'm fine. There are a lot of things that I just know them, but to practice them and make them true, it just seems complicated always. I've been having therapies always, not always, for 4 years, 3 years now, and I'm still confused. And I see myself there. I'm confused. I'm totally disorganized.
Can I ask you, where do you live, honey?
Tehran.
Get a session with me.
Sure.
Get one
I will.
private coaching session.
Sure, I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Take care. Bye bye,
Thank you
honey.
so much for having me. Bye.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, we're gonna end this live. I got another commitment. I have a few sessions. So I will see you guys in a couple of days. Please, guys, go on YouTube and start watching my free webinar from day one. That would really help you. This live today, you need to listen to it at least 5 or 6 times and write down everything and then get into practice. Okay? And the next live is going to be about worthiness. Worthiness. What's today? Today is Monday. Either Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to do our lives about worthiness. Please announce to the universe that you are going to be a student of universal life and do your practice, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.